while discussing reaction times. In the 1990s, and even after, there were some movies done where ninja, samurai, whoever, were using a katana, and the hero, of course, the sword is coming down and they use their reaction time to clamp the blade, and they clamp it like this because theoretically it's not going to cut your hand. So this is what they were trying to do in the movie, and of course it was a movie, it worked. Okay, here, from here, coming down slowly, bang, and they clamp the katana again. So coming down here. And you can see that in slow motion it works. We're not going to do it fast with the katana, but we'll use a simulation using a piece of newspaper. Take a look at this. Are you ready?
Hi.
Pretty obvious that there is a delay in reactions. Most martial arts have a stance. In Jiu-Jitsu we call it a kamae, which is here, and it simulates holding a sword like so. Our feet are here, we're strong in this direction, we have our hands in front. Really all it's signifying, my brain is switched on, I am ready to be attacked. Okay. In karate, okay, they do a dashi, like a zenkutsu dashi down here, alright, or some other stance, maybe a kiba dashi down here. Whatever, they have a situation where they are prepared. In Aikido, similar, hanmi, alright, and in Kung Fu, have their hands often like so that all martial arts tend to have a position where they are ready. That's the important point. Your brain is ready. Your hands are reasonably close to the attack. The reason being, and it doesn't have to be aggressive. You don't necessarily have to be like this, which is inviting a fight. Okay, you want to avoid a fight. But we can have glasses. We can be playing with our glasses. We can have our hands up. We take the Kung Fu situation, for example, if I'm just here and I get a slow punch for the face, boom, I don't have to move anything. Okay, here it comes, here. Same thing, if I'm here, I get the same punch, boom, I can do a block, my hands are ready, I get the same punch, boom, here, okay, if my hands are up. And if my hands are up and he goes for my stomach, alright, here, that's a complete barrier. So again, here, face, here, stomach, here. I really don't need to do anything different. Here, but with the other hand, here, okay, here. So, like so. Right, so your hands are here. It reduces your reaction time. If my hands are down here and he punches, it's a big ask. He already knows what he's doing, I have no idea. So I have to figure out that he starts the movement, and I have to figure out I'm being attacked. I have to then say, what do? I bring my hand up and I palm. So my hand has to come at least as far as his, plus I've got to do all that mental thinking. You don't want to do that. You want to be ready. So we get to punch here, okay? Here, right? If it's low, boom, low, here, right, there, other side, here, okay, whatever. Your hands are up. That's more. If your hands are not up, the only other safety thing, we talk about insurance. We take 2 steps back. Distance is like an insurance. Here, I can have my hands down. Because if he punches me down, okay, he's confused because he knows he wouldn't punch from there, okay? Again, so if he attacks, I can be a long way away because I have the insurance of distance. My hands can be down, or if I want to fight him and he throws an attack from here, then boom, I've got time to react. But when you're in close, you want here, right? Because things are going to happen rather quickly and you won't have time to react. Let's have a look at an example of reaction time. Driving a car, for example, they do have a set reaction time. It's somewhere between 1/2 and 3/4 of a second. A driver who is prepared to act, by the time he sees a hazard and applies the brake, there's something between 1/2 and 3/4 of a second where nothing happens, okay, before the brakes are even applied. The same in martial arts, and we're going to use the sword as an example of that reaction, and you've got to be aware that you need time to react.